All right, what's good, everybody? So I got March 22nd. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm headed home. Probably chill out for a few hours. I got some things I got to take care of and all that. But let me start by saying this, all right? So, yeah, it was a rough weekend. I think stimulus came out, though. There's a lot of people out there shopping. I've never seen this many people out during spring break. We got March Madness, spring break, and I was tested. I ain't gonna even lie this weekend or whatever. So, yeah, I was tested. I overcame, but I guess in life, that you're going to be tested. So, as I'm going through my spiritual journey, I have things I have to work on or whatever to maybe polish things or whatever, about me. So, but for the most part, I overcame it. So I want to talk about today about the Vatican. Okay, the Vatican had pretty much struck down the Pope's blessing to marry same-sex marriage. Now, let me start by saying this. I'm not here to try to downplay the LGBT community. I have, that in my family, okay? It's not to try to do that. It's not to try to degrade or demean anybody, okay? I'm just speaking facts here, some biblical facts, and also what the Vatican decided to do. All right, that's it. And also, I'm probably going to add maybe a little bit of my own opinion or hypothesis in this matter. All right, so let's see here. Around October, the Pope did denounce the Leviticus 18 and 20, those scriptures and so forth. Okay, we're saying that you cannot marry or lie down with a man to man, or woman to woman, okay? Because it is an abomination. So now we're going to fast forward into March now. I guess it went up before the Vatican and they rejected that thought, okay, of the denunciation of same-sex marriage. Just put it like this: same-sex marriage in the Catholic Vatican. All right, and I've looked at several videos, and they felt that, and I feel as well, that it's basically against the divine plan of marriage between man and a woman. And I don't know, but it just depends on the way you look at it, the scriptures, and also common sense that says, hey, marriage is supposed to be between a man and a woman. That's the divine plan, and that's the way that they felt. Now, a lot of your Western countries, like Western Europe, some of the states here in the States or whatever, and different provinces, they uphold that you can marry, homosexuals and can marry, but not the Catholic Church. All right, they're not going to bless that. And I don't know, from my studies or whatever, I believe it's Genesis 1, Genesis 9, where they talk about that marriage is supposed to be between one man and one woman. Talks about Sodom and Gomorrah and the consequences of that. Leviticus 18 and 20, okay, that it is an abomination. It is the worst abomination, and just so you know, that's not the only immoral type of act, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so they also felt it's indicative, to being a Christian. Now let me say this, all right? you can study the Bible. I mean, you can go that route. You can be a Bible studier, a Bible toter. You can be a church goer, but that's not part of being Christian. That's not going to qualify you for, being a Christian. Furthermore, technically, you're really not married. Okay. If you are, well, quote unquote, married to the same sex, that's really non-existent. But I understand the way the moral compass is these days or whatever, okay? Where what's wrong is right and what's right is turning wrong. I understand that. All right, I'm not going to fall for it. I'm not really going to get too long-winded into that, and it is what it is. So I believe that it's just a lot of political matters, just in my opinion, because a lot of, your LGBT entities have done, left large contributions to the Pope and to the Vatican Church and all that, and was pushing for this. And I think that also, again, in my opinion, that this is probably political to return those kind of favors. All right, but hey, these things happen when you try to go up against the divine plan. All right. So that's it on that. And I was just wondering, where is the so-called men of God on this? Now, a lot of these divine preachers or whatever, will sit up here and try to bash alpha males. Okay, try to bash people like what's his name, Ravi Zacharias, okay, Lynch and all that, okay, or some of these other male figures. And yes, it's wrong or whatever, okay, but why we don't have more men of, these so-called men of God or whatever that talk about everything else? Even some on here are paid scripters and gang stalkers. Yes, I said it, okay, that'll talk about maybe alpha males and all that, okay, doing this and that, but they haven't got on, okay, subjects like this. They haven't got on subjects I made about, let's just say these young kids or whatever, okay, into transvestism. Okay, I did a video about Wade the other day. All right, they don't talk about these preachers that molest children. Okay, they had an incident just the other day that I saw on Dawson and East. Shout out to you, sir. All right, about a 77-year-old preacher or whatever, okay, that had children performing oral sex on them. Okay, they had a veterinarian that were doing things like molesting dogs and animals. Okay, where's the men of God on this? Okay, that talk about everybody else? Is it because maybe you guys have liberal wives, or because of the 501c3 thing? And speaking of which, okay, the Vatican did you guys that told that 501c3 a favor, because what would have happened was, if you were to remain on 501c3, you would have to hold that standard if they were to pass it. So they did you guys a favor. Okay? So, and it does say, all right, I believe the scriptures does imply that, okay, if you want to talk about moral behavior, okay, either bring all of it up or none of it. Okay? You don't get to talk about certain ones or whatever and also just or just omit others, okay, or ignore others on that point of quote unquote immoral behavior. So I would challenge many of you so-called men of God, all right, to maybe broaden your subject topic on that. Okay, do what you want, but all right. But that's the way things are going to be done here. All right? I'm going to try to be unbiased about certain things. All right, particular about this, okay, which most people, okay, or these divine leaders, okay, are afraid to talk about. All right, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, it's not anything we're just bringing up this topic to the forefront. All right, no disrespect to the LGBT community. And if If you like this video, feel free to subscribe, share, leave your comments or whatever. Tell me what you think. And check out some of my other videos. All right, thanks for watching.